And that Street Beat for tonight. Gord?
Thank you, Glenn. That's probably one of the last times we're going to see Glenn in his familiar assignment desk, because even as I speak, we're putting the finishing touches on our new newsroom at 299 Queen Street West.
Finished by Friday.
It's really important for our audience to get a sense of our new space. And transition and movement is a big part of our new look. So with this ceiling camera, we'll be able to pan 350 degrees and be our image and be everywhere.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good afternoon, it's 1 o'clock.
As we prepare to step into our future, we look back at the past. Here's part 3 now of our new serial Pulse at 99. There used to be a television show in the early 1960s which opened with the statement, "There are 8 million stories in the naked city." Well, there are thousands and thousands of stories in the City Pulse library. These are just a few of them.
Sweet was approaching a kitchen door where the gunmen were supposed to be when he was met with a shot. It wasn't long after that the City Pulse news team, Bill Cameron, myself, and 3 cameramen arrived, the only TV crews on the scene. Without warning, the ETF gun squads burst into the restaurant, and automatic rifle fire rang out.
For Terry Fox, the gallant athlete from the West Coast who lost a leg to cancer and ran half the country on the other to dramatize the fight that ended for him in 1981.
Did you at any time administer digoxin that was not prescribed for the child?
No, I didn't.
We are well into the second rush hour of the day, and there have been no major incidents directly linked to a bomb threat against the transit system.
There were suspicious package calls all over the system. The bomb squad detonated one such parcel outside Union Station.
He came in a maelstrom. And he made his decision to leave, walking in an Ottawa blizzard last night.
What do you plan to do? Do you have any ideas?
No idea.
One of Mr. Trudeau's major accomplishments came with a new constitution for Canada. It severed the last constitutional link with Britain.
The scene which offended the censor board most, and which the filmmaker is prepared to drop for the film to be shown in Ontario.
This is not a work of pornography. It is a work of art. It is a stunning depiction of the history of Europe over a course of 30 or 40 years. It's something that I wish people in this province could see.
Toronto had its own terrifying version of the towering inferno. The classy inn on the park was the scene of a relatively small fire that sent killer smoke to the upper floors. 6 people died in the early morning blaze. A spectacular blaze gutted one of downtown Toronto's oldest historical sites. The Confederation Life building was nearing the end of a costly renovation when fire ate through the mostly wooden interior. 3 Toronto firefighters were critically hurt when part of the building caved in on them. The coroner's wagon, which will remove the body from courtroom number 4, has just arrived in the front of Osgoode Hall here. They are removing the body of Oscar Fonseca. He is a lawyer in his 30s who was one of 3 victims shot by a man in courtroom number 3.
This is what's left of Mono Plaza after the tornado hit it. In fact, it was one of these random acts of nature which there is no preparation for.
They look around and say, what the hell is going on, you know?
Yes. What the hell is going on? Surely, this isn't God's work. I'm Dave Reynolds in San Angelo di Lombardi, Italy, for City Pulse.
It took only 6 hours to fly the 2,800 miles that transferred the Canadians from the relative luxury of Toronto to the harsh realities of the third world at San Bartolo.
85% of the cocaine and marijuana is coming through this South Florida area. Why here? It's mainly geography. Hundreds of miles of open ocean waters, a lot of secluded bays, inlets, and canals, and a lot of remote flat areas where airplanes can land.
The Chinese love to gamble. Hong Kong, behind me, may be their biggest gamble yet. It's due to revert to Chinese sovereignty in 1997.
And the shuttle has cleared the tower.
I showed you how Toronto's future in the space business was linked to the success of the first and second launches of the space shuttle.
It looks like a science fiction movie, but unfortunately, it is all too real. The 7-member crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger all killed this morning in a magnanimous, a huge, terrible explosion of the launch of the shuttle. We will be back with the NASA press conference and an update at 4 o'clock.